Have you ever wanted to make so much money that you could say F you to the job that's draining you? That kind of money that gives you choices, not just bills, but every time that you try something new, it flops. Or worse, you never start because it feels too risky, too complicated, or just too late. 5 years ago, I was stocking wine shelves for $7.35 an hour with a college degree. I was broke, frustrated, and tired of waiting for someone to give me a shot. So I built my first online business from scratch, and it changed everything. Now, I help people just like you build AI-powered micro-niche stores that made Alex, a 18-year-old college student, $22,000 in just 22 days from scratch. The crazy part, AI did 90% of the work. He just ran the same plays that I'm about to give you. Now look, those results aren't typical. He worked his ass off. And I'd be sitting here lying if I said that you could expect $22,000 in 22 days just by showing up. But here's what's real. I built a system that gives beginners a real shot at momentum in their first 90 days. And if you stay consistent, you could build something that actually replaces your income without being a genius or grinding 14 hours a day. And for the first time ever, I'm guaranteeing it for at least one of you through the Auto Ecom challenge, where I'm picking someone to work with me directly and investing up to $100,000 in that person. This isn't some passive funnel or dusty course. It's a challenge, real strategy, real effort, and real upside. And I'm investing in someone who's ready to go all in. So if that sounds like you, then keep watching because I'm about to show you exactly how the system works. And it all starts with this one step, launching your first AI micro niche dropshipping store. And let me break down what that actually means because most people get this part completely wrong. This isn't traditional dropshipping. You're not just sitting there picking random junk off AliExpress or burning cash on random Facebook ads. It's a model where AI builds your store like a branded company and tests product ideas faster than most people can write a headline. So let me go and break down exactly how it works. The first thing that you need is a store. So I'm going to walk you through exactly how to set up, design, and add effective copywriting that's focused on getting sales. This tool simplifies the entire process for anyone just starting out. And listen, back when I first built a Shopify store, I used to spend a whole weekend just wrestling with the logo, then another day on colors, and another on product pages. It felt like a huge task. But with this AI tool, I'm gonna let you know it handles the heavy lifting for you. So let's go ahead and check it out. First things first, I'm gonna click on this AI store builder down in the description right below this video. Now that we're on the AI store builder for Shopify, right here is where you're gonna enter all your basic information. So let's go ahead and type in our full name here. Next, we're just gonna enter in our email address. Then you just wanna go ahead and create a password and make sure just to keep it secure. You can also add a phone number if you wish, but it's optional. So for now, we're just gonna go ahead and skip that. Now, whenever you're ready, go ahead and hit sign up. It's extremely straightforward. All right, now moving on to the exciting parts. What we're gonna do now is select what type of store that we wanna sell, which is gonna be your niche. Here, you're gonna see choices like fashion and apparel, pets, electronics and gadgets, home and garden, and sports and fitness. If you're unsure what type of niche that you want to choose, you can also pick general store. But for this video, I'm gonna go with sports and fitness. There's so many great products in this area, and I want us to focus on strong sales potential. So now that we have this picked, let's go ahead and click done. Next up is gonna be your store's look. Think of these as the main visual elements at the top of your website. You can select some banner images now, and these can also all be changed later. I typically choose pictures that feature happy people or the actual products. So I'm gonna pick this one with people enjoying sports and this one that showcases some gear. Then once you pick your banners, go ahead and click done. Now this part right here is a key step, which is connecting our AI store builder to Shopify. You got two different paths here. Now the first path is if you already have a Shopify account and a store, you can just go ahead and connect it. But if you're new to Shopify, you can open up a new account, and that's what we're gonna go ahead and do today. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on the option to open up a new Shopify account, and this is gonna send me directly to Shopify's site. Now, if you're on the right page, you should be seeing an offer for a free 3-day trial with Shopify, and then your next 3 months being for only $1 each, which let me just tell you is a crazy deal. So from here, what we're gonna do is enter our email address to begin the free trial. Then we just wanna go ahead and click start free trial. As you can see, Shopify is gonna ask you to set up a password, so just go ahead and type it in and then click create account. Now Shopify needs to know where you're gonna be selling your products. Here you'll see various options like Etsy, Amazon, or selling in person. But our focus is on establishing an online store. So just make sure that the online store is selected and then hit next. Now afterwards, you can see that Shopify is gonna ask about your business. Now for most of you who are starting fresh, just go ahead and pick new business or idea. Now it's asking you what type of products that you plan on selling. You'll see choices like products that you make, digital products, or services. But our focus here is on dropshipping products. This just means that you're gonna be selling items without needing to store inventory yourself. And even if you pick dropshipping now, you can always add other type of products later. So we're gonna go ahead and click on dropshipping products and then next. Now this next screen is gonna be showing you all the different plans that Shopify has available. For starting out, the basic plan is definitely recommended. And again, it's free for 3 days, then $1 a month for your next 3 months. Now, if you have a team or a larger business, other plans are available, but for now, basic is definitely sufficient. So we're gonna go ahead and click on basic, then confirm, and then this is where you're gonna enter all your payment information. And I'm gonna go ahead and complete that section real quick. Now, once you have your payment details in, Shopify is going to begin building your store. However, we do have one final step with this AI Store Builder tool. So let's head back to the previous tab, which is the AI Store Builder page. And then we're going to go ahead and click Done here. Now, the next step is that the AI Store Builder needs to connect to your Shopify store. So you're going to go ahead and click Access Shopify right here. This is going to take you to your Shopify admin page. So you want to go ahead and locate the website address URL at the top of your browser. Copy the URL and then come back over here to your AI Store Builder AI tab. Paste the URL in the source box and then click save. Then hit done. All right, so from here, the next thing we need to do is install the AI Store Builder app directly into your Shopify store, which is super simple. Just go ahead and click on Install Build Your Store app, which should take you directly to the Shopify app store where the Build Your Store app is preloaded for you. So go ahead and click on Install and add it to your store. This integration makes the setup process just that much smoother. Now, this next screen is going to present you 2 different options with having a beginner store or a one product niche focused brand. But we're going to go ahead and start with the free beginner store so we can demonstrate how easy it is to start without upfront costs. So we're going to go ahead and select that one, then click continue with the basic store. Then select yes, I'll do the work myself. This app does build the store's foundation, allowing you to fully be able to customize it afterwards. So let's go ahead and click on customize my store. Now the next step here is integrating with AutoDS. And let me just tell you, this is a valuable tool for dropshipping operations. AutoDS handles order fulfillment automatically. So when an item is sold from your store, AutoDS places an order with your supplier, like AliExpress, manages tracking, and then takes care of the logistics. It also helps in identifying popular products with their brand new AI feature. So to take advantage of this, go ahead and click register to AutoDS. And then once you sign up for AutoDS, return to this page and then click done. Now with AutoDS connected, your store is making solid progress. So you should be seeing a message just like this indicating that your Shopify store is now live. And while this is great news, your store isn't fully public yet. So let's go ahead and open this thing up. So if you click access my store, it will show you a preview of your new store. But again, it does remain private for now. And before we make it public, we do need to get you a free domain. Your domain is your website's address, like olympicgoods.store. And just by having a custom domain, this enhances your store's professional appearance and trustworthiness. So let's go ahead and get our domain. So to do this, let's go back to our Build Your Store AI tab, click on Free Domain, and then since our store is sports themed, let's try a name like Breaking Records. Now, as you can see, Breaking Records is likely already taken as many common names are, but the tool will provide suggestions of other things, so let's try something different. Like, how about Olympic Goods? Well, it looks like Olympic Goods is available, and that's a strong fit for a sports and fitness store. So now that we got that solidified, let's go ahead and click continue. And now we just need to create an account for our domain name. So just fill in your information and then set a password. Just use the same information that you already used for the store builder. And then once that's inputted, go ahead and click create account. Now let's connect this new domain to our Shopify store. And you'll see instructions on how to connect your domain. So go ahead and click connect now, which is going to send you back to Shopify. And then in Shopify, find connect existing domain. Paste a new domain name, which is olympicgoods.store, into that box, and go ahead and click next. And listen, it might take a moment for Shopify to link everything up, so just be patient here. Now, while that domain is connecting, let's ensure that your store's name in Shopify matches your new domain. So go back into your Shopify admin and navigate to settings. Then click general, and then click edit next to your current store's name. Now right here, we want to go ahead and change the name to Olympic Goods, as this is what visitors will see first when they land on our site. Now that we have that changed, go ahead and click save. Your store name is updated and your domain should be connecting, so we're very close to launching. But let's go ahead and do a quick check to see if our domain is ready. To check this, go down to domains in your Shopify setting, click view, and currently you can see that it indicates that the store isn't live yet, which means that the domain connection is still in progress. And again, this is normal and it will complete shortly, so I'm not really worried about that. So with that, your store is now fully set up. And you can see the AI Store Builder just did 90% of the work for you in only a couple minutes. Compare that to traditional dropshipping, where you spend 2 to 3 weeks just getting your store to look professional. But listen, here is where most people make a mistake. They think having a store means that they're ready to start selling, which is like winning your rec game and thinking that you're ready for the NBA. The real magic happens when we optimize the store to feel like an established brand, not just another generic dropshipping site. And I'm about to show you how to customize the homepage completely, the product pages, and menu to match our brand. But before we do that, let's go ahead and make sure that we can add some products correctly. So let's head over here to products, and you can see items already added based off of your niche. This includes things like women's sports bags, weighted hula hoops, a sports duffel bag, waterproof travel bag, swimming goggles, sauna waist trimmer, and literally so much more. So as you can see, the builder has already auto-loaded winning products for us, which does save us a lot of time. And they didn't just stop there, because with every one of these products, they have correlated product pages associated with them, which let me just say is such an advantage starting out. So now that we've seen that, let's go ahead and confirm that our domain is working. So we're gonna head back over to settings, then domains. And as you can see, I mean, it looks good. It's definitely fully connected. The default Shopify domain now redirects to olympicgoods.com. Now at this point, let's go ahead and dive into our newly built AI store. I'm not gonna lie, this thing is looking solid. I mean, the 2 banner images that we selected, they're right in place. There's headline text that's actually grabbing emotion, like unlock your full potential and gear for every athlete. As we scroll down, we can see the featured products. The scrolling ticker is working, moving from right to left. There's also a placeholder video section. So this layout, I mean, I'm telling you, it's giving you such a strong starting point. And the products, they're already fully arranged. Even as we scroll down, we're seeing FAQs already included. And in a moment, we're gonna go in and we're gonna fully customize this homepage, product pages, and menu to match our brand. But let me just say, this is so much easier than building a store from scratch, as what used to take days now really only takes a couple of hours. So at this point, it is now time to edit everything and fully optimize the store. And if you haven't already, I want you to go back and follow the AI store builder to build out your store, as this is the first step that you must take to enter my $100,000 Auto Ecom challenge. And in a moment, I'll explain to you more of what the Auto Ecom challenge is about. Moving on, the good news here is that it's not difficult to be able to customize your store, especially with the foundation that we already have. All we have to do is just change the homepage and make it feel general, welcoming, and trustworthy. So let me go ahead and walk you through exactly how to do that. All right, so to begin, go to online store under sales channel and then click on themes. And you want to make sure that the current theme is published and then click customize. On the left, you're going to see these editable sections. Here you can adjust anything and everything that you want, from the announcement bar to the horizontal ticker. You can also add new sections if something important is missing. For example, this heading section displays our banner images. And I actually like these 2 right here, but we're going to improve on them to match our store's aesthetic. So we're going to stick to soft pastel tones to appeal to women, as we do know that these are the main type of people who are shopping online and tend to be more impulsive buyers on platforms like Facebook. So let's go to settings, then logos. And right here, this is where you can upload your new logo in favicon. And a favicon is just that small icon that you see, which is shown in browser tabs. Now, like I said, we have to create our logo. So to be able to do this, we need to use tools like Canva or CapCut. And listen, if design is not your strength, you can also use AI generators. Just head over to ChatGPT and ask it to create a fitness themed logo with a transparent background. Now, while this logo is generating, let's go ahead and edit the announcement bar ticker. So click the horizontal ticker, and right now, you can see that the announcement bar is a little off, and that's fine, because we really only need the ticker. So let's go ahead and edit the ticker messages. Delete the extras, and keep key ones like free shipping worldwide. And whenever you're writing anything in your announcement bar, make sure to use things like uppercase or emphasis. And after each edit that we make here, let's go ahead and make sure that we click save. And you can also use a second message to highlight a sale, like 50% off everything. And again, once you do that, make sure to come back over here and click save. Next, we want to adjust the text spacing to make it easier to read. Around like 3.5 is a good setting. You can also set the text size to medium and enable bold. Here, you want to make sure that you're matching the background color of your ticker always to your brand colors. So pastel blue works well if that does match your logo. And then again, just adjust it using the color settings. Then once your logo is ready, let's come back over here to the theme editor, click change, and then upload it from your files. And just to make sure that everything looks good, let's go ahead and preview it in the mobile view. And if you notice that your logo is too small, you can come back and increase the size in the logo settings. Now that we have that complete, let's head back over here to the AI to generate a matching favicon. Then once you have that done, go back to settings, logos, and then upload it as your favicon. All right, so from here, let's go ahead and customize the header. So let's go ahead and enable a sticky header if desired and choose the logo alignment, for example, center. You can also set the logo link to go to the home page. Now heading back to the ticker, let's go ahead and adjust the background color to complement your brand without being way too bright. Let's go ahead and save the color value and add it under settings and then colors as one of our accent colors. This just ultimately helps build consistent branding. And if you notice that your text color doesn't change, check the section setting to ensure that you're using your selected color scheme. And if needed, you can switch your text color back to black for readability while keeping the blue as your accent. Now to change the homepage banner image, go to this section and click change and then select from library. And if you want to customize a menu, you can use a mega menu or stick to a simple drop down. But you just want to make sure search is enabled so that people can actually look up the products on your store. And for the heading text on the homepage image, You can actually edit it or optimize it using AI. For example, you can change gear up for victory to something like unlock peak performance. Paste your new heading in and then resize if needed. And you want to do this exact same thing for the subheading. Here you can use something that keeps your niche broad, like unleash your potential with premium gear for every sport. You can add or remove a background container behind the text and adjust its opacity for better visibility. And again, you want to make sure that you're selecting the color scheme that fits your brand, like white or pastel blue. Then just go ahead and make sure all changes are consistent across the site. And if you're in a position where you want to find better images, then use pixels.com. Once you head over to the website, just look for fitness images with space for text and a clean background. Then download a few and then just test them out on your site. And every single one of these images, they're high quality images that are fully free use for you to take advantage of. So you want to make sure to choose images that work well with your layout and your brand. And then go ahead and upload them directly to your library. Then just go back to your homepage, click change, select from library, and then upload your new image. And that's how you customize the homepage layout, update your brand visuals, and start building a cohesive store identity. Now, this is how you're gonna give it that micro niche feel, where each product page is going to feel like you're narrowing down and focusing on one specific niche. This allows you to have multiple products to test in different niches, so you can see what works for you the fastest without spending years trying to figure it all out. And here's the real psychology behind this. When customers land on a product page that feels specifically designed for their exact problem, it's a difference between walking in a sketchy gas station that sells everything from expired milk to knockoff phone chargers versus walking into an Apple store when you need a new phone. One feels like a desperate attempt to sell you anything, where the other feels like they were born to solve your exact problem. So my question is, which one are you handing your credit card to without hesitation? With that being said, let's go back to the store so I can walk you through exactly how to give this same feeling to your customers. So first thing you want to do is change the background image. So let's go ahead and click on the image tab, then select from your library. Here you want to make sure you're choosing an image that fits your store's aesthetic. Once the image is uploaded, you can remove the container to reveal more of the image. Adjust the opacity if the text is hard to read, and then save after each change. You can also change the button style. So all you have to do is just go to theme settings, choose outline button, and then save. And if changes don't appear, just make sure containers and background settings are aligned. And you want to make sure you set both images in the header to the same container and background scheme to make sure you have full consistency. One image can link to your product catalog, where the other to a specific product. Now this product feature section is definitely already clean, but if you do want to adjust image height, text size, and button styles for better alignment, just remember to use solid buttons and set background color to match your theme. And if your product image is cut off, just go ahead and click edit, crop it to fit, and then apply. And for consistency, you want to make sure to use similar background styles for all your product images. For example, in an image with the pink bag, you can see that it's transparent. But the green bag, there's a slightly gray background behind it. So let's go ahead and click on this image, and then on the top right-hand corner of the image, there's a little pencil on the top. Move to the color background button, click on transparent. But you do see it changes it to a black background, which obviously we don't want. So what we need to do is repeat the same steps, except this time, what we're gonna do is try the white background. And as you can see, this time it actually works. So now we're gonna repeat the exact same steps for all of them. Now let's go ahead and ensure that product sections aren't clickable unless needed. And then we're gonna check how everything looks in both desktop and mobile views. Let's go ahead and slide this Why Choose Us section above the product list so visitors see our value proposition early. And we're able to reorder these sections using the sidebar here on the left. And to visually separate these sections, just go ahead and adjust the color scheme for contrast, making sure that the icon colors are visible by editing the icon bar settings. Now that we have that done, let's go ahead and confirm changes in both full screen and mobile views. And you want to make sure to keep these key messages like fast and free shipping simple and bold. And just like your colors on your store, these buttons, they all need to be consistent in style and color as well. Solid black text color works well with both backgrounds, and you can also use color codes for consistency. And make sure that you're applying the same button and text style site-wide, as this is what's going to keep the design cohesive. Now let's go ahead and add a heading to our product page using rich text. And we're going to label it something like top sellers or best products of the week. And let's go ahead and remove any of this unnecessary subheadings and buttons. Now what we're going to do is just make the heading bold and align it with the overall design. Now we're just going to go ahead and adjust padding to reduce space between sections for a tighter layout. And again, just make sure that we save all these changes. Now what we want to do next is just replace all these placeholder sections like seasonal sale with actual relevant messages like limited stock, buy now, or any type of seasonal sale that you have. And with this text, always make sure to use uppercase and bold styles for emphasis. And with each one of these sections, you want to make sure you're always avoiding duplicated content. So if an email sign up already exists somewhere else, remove these extra forms and keep the layout as clean as possible. Now with these images and videos, we want to make sure we can see how they appear on mobile. And if they do look fine, leave them. But you do need to understand that most traffic does come from mobile users. So optimizing that is extremely important. Now that we validated that, let's go ahead and update our testimonial section heading to something like client reviews. and add in some realistic images using royalty-free sites like Pixels. And while you're on Pixels, you want to make sure you're choosing diverse images that reflect your customer base. So if your main customer base is a female 25 through 34, don't add a 65-plus-year-old male on there, as your customers might not be able to relate to those people. Now, whenever you're inputting these reviews, make sure to use a circle format for a clean look. Crop the images to better fit your avatars, and use square dimensions for visibility. Really just replacing anything that feels inconsistent or overly staged. Now, once you got your first image in, let's go ahead and continue uploading and adjusting these review images. And every single time you're uploading these, just ensure that you have consistent style and visibility. And make sure to keep all the image quality natural and matching the tones with your site's overall aesthetic. Now that we have this inputted, let's go ahead and review the full layout. Now, whenever you're looking at this, ensure that your color scheme is followed throughout, keeping the contact forms and signups where they're most useful. Remove any duplicated sections and update labels to match your branding, using consistent colors across every component. We should probably go ahead and adjust this About Us section too. Either move it to the footer or replace it to a more compelling mission section. So I'm just going to go ahead and add a new image with text section called Our Mission, and remove any type of unnecessary labels. And mind you, anytime that you don't know what to put in these sections, I'm no copywriter and I'm assuming that you're not either. So like I always say, use AI and your tools to your advantage. So let's head over here back to ChatGPT to generate a clear mission statement. Here's the example that was spit out, which is at Olympic Goods, our mission is to empower everyday athletes. So we're gonna go ahead and paste this directly into that section. Make sure to always choose a clean, natural image that reflects your brand values, and then upload it to the mission section. So now your homepage includes a branded header, featured products, video, client reviews, a contact form, email signup, and a mission statement. Now, this is a strong homepage layout, which was super easy to build thanks to the AI Store Builder. And from here, you can continue to keep customizing your blogs or additional sections as needed, as again, this is your store, so you can do whatever you want to it. But here's something just as important, and something that most beginners completely overlook, which is your product page. Because even with the best product in the world, if your page isn't built to convert, you'll bleed money and wonder why nothing's working. So let me show you exactly how to fix that step by step. So if you've been following along this entire time, then at this point, you should have a fully built out homepage. Now from here, let's start customizing the product page. So to get started, go to your catalog and select a product that you want to edit. Now this is going to be the default page created by the AI Store Builder. And it's a good start, but we definitely still need to improve it. First, let's go ahead and adjust the pricing. So click exit, then go to products, and then find your product and open it. And this existing description right here, let's go ahead and delete this entire thing, because what we will be doing is we're going to be replacing this with custom sections later. Now let's scroll down and review your product images and keep only high quality ones. And if needed, you can adjust image backgrounds or colors to match your store's theme. And we want to make sure to always avoid blurry images like this one. So let's go ahead and get this deleted. So hover over the image, click the checkbox, and then go over to the remove button. Click on it, and as you can see, now it's gone. We also want to make sure to rename the product to allow us to stand out from our competitors and for SEO purposes. So let's go ahead and copy the current title, then use AI tools to suggest a better name. Choose the one that fits your brand, and then update the name and save. Then once you have a name that is in line with your brand, review the product variants. And I like to rename the sizing options, for example, small and large. Next, we want to upload the URL handle and page title to match the new name of your product. And we want to make sure we always set the pricing according to the exact variant that we're selling. So for example, we want to set small to $34.99 and large to $49.99. And make sure to always add a compare price, for example, $79.99, to make sure that the customer feels like they're getting a great deal. And if you go ahead and click on bulk actions, it's going to allow you to do faster editing across all the different variants. Now this first product page, this is going to serve as a template. And you want to make sure to apply this layout to future products by saving it as a custom theme. So to do that, let's go to the online store and then click customize, and then navigate to your product. Here you can review the layout and the variant display. Now the same way that we're moving things around on the online store for the homepage earlier is the same way that we're going to approach the product page. So let's go to start off by adjusting text formatting. Here you want to use larger titles, center alignment, and star ratings directly under the title. And always making sure that the price and the discount is clear. Now once you have this product pricing down, let's go ahead and move on to customizing the variant pickers and the color swatches. Once you have that complete, let's go ahead and look at the description. And as of right now, the description is below our sizes, but we do want to go ahead and put it below the pricing since that is the best practice. We'll also want to make sure to edit the icons and emojis for clarity, but listen, what we already have here is definitely good enough for demonstration purposes. And like I've been saying throughout this entire recording, you want to make sure that you're saving every single step in case anything happens. Next, you just want to ensure that the sales badge is visible to highlight savings, and then keeping the variant and bundle layout clean. Then just go ahead and confirm payment options or review sections are visible. And the review one is one of the key things in driving sales to your store, as it adds credibility. So this is a must-have on every single product page that you build out. Now we want to go ahead and adjust how the product images are going to be displayed. And we can choose a layout like thumbnail carousel for a modern, scrollable format. And then just go ahead and set image size to small or medium based on preference. Now, another thing I've been mentioning this entire time is how important it is for optimizing your mobile version. So let's go ahead and review the mobile layout. And here you want to enable thumbnails for a smoother experience on smaller screens, while also making sure that your images look good in both portrait and landscape. And if you pack too many sections in here, this page might load slowly, so just keep it simple and scannable. Now let's work on the buttons. Here, you want to use bold by now buttons with clear labels. And always stick with uppercase lettering here as it catches the eye and feels confident. And avoid vague phrases like click here as it doesn't tell customers what to expect and can ultimately lower trust. Next, we can add delivery time estimates and even a short video demo. Now with these videos, you want to make sure to keep them under a minute and avoid autoplay, as it can be distracting and slow down the page overall. Now after that's inputted, let's add an FAQ section at the bottom using collapsible content. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and move the client review sections a little bit higher, right under the product highlights. And with each one of these reviews, you want to make sure that they look authentic and that they're telling a real story behind why people are buying your product. And with the FAQs, you want to answer real questions, not just filler. Because if you can answer the question right then and there without having to go to customer service or look something up on Google or ChatGPT, you will immediately get a higher chance of getting that sale. Now that that's completed, let's go ahead and give your description some structure. Let's go ahead and add a multi-column rich text section. And again, you can use AI to help write a strong heading for whatever you want here. For example, let's try subheadings like performance-driven design, engineered for athletes, protection that you can rely on. Each one should include a short, clear explanation, focus on what the buyer gets and how you're solving the problem. But again, less does do more here, so don't overwhelm with too much text or technical language. Next, let's go ahead and drop in some quality visuals behind each text column. Choose images that are clean and high resolution and avoid anything that's blurry, poorly lit, or obviously stock photo filler. And if you're noticing a common theme here, if you're unsure about wording or you don't feel confident in what to put in text, let AI help you. Just ask it to match a tone to your audience. So for example, I'm gonna ask it to make it feel friendly and helpful for first-time gym users. And within a couple seconds, it's spitting me out all these type of examples I can work with. So just make sure to keep your messaging relatable and human and just choose the best version for you. Now, if you need more photos, you can search Google, TikTok, Instagram, or Pixels. And here you want to be looking for images that reflect your target audience and feel like they belong in your store, not just generic placeholders. But disclaimer, with any image that you're adding to your store, it needs to not be blurry and it cannot be copyrighted with any type of watermark or any type of branding on the images either. So once you upload them, let's go ahead and line them up beside the text, always ensuring that the spacing and styles match. Uneven layouts can make the page feel unprofessional. Now let's go ahead and get this thing cleaned up. So if a button isn't needed, let's go ahead and remove it. Looking through this, let's make sure everything feels cohesive. We want to scan both the desktop and mobile views for anything left over like dummy text or mismatched colors. So just make sure to get a good flow and look through your website from top down. So by now, your page should include the product name and images, reviews, video demonstration, feature highlights, comparison section, FAQ, and basically you have everything set up and more. So let's go ahead and save this layout as a template, and let's go ahead and maybe call it the duffel bag template. Now the good news here is that you only need to create the product page template once, and you can continue to keep reusing it for similar products. So let's go ahead and check out the final version on mobile. Make sure it loads quickly, looks clean, and it's easy to navigate. Now at this point, your product page is done. And again, that only took us about 30 minutes to complete, as the AI Store Builder gives you a very strong starting point. You just have to refine the details to match your brand. Notice how the product page is just focusing on one specific product, and the upsell products are complementary. That's what gives it the micro niche feel. But here's what most people miss. It's not just about making the page look good. It's about creating what I call purchase momentum. Every element on this page is designed to move customers closer to buying. The headline speaks directly to their problem. The images show the solution in action. The description addresses their exact concerns. And the upsells make them feel like they're getting a complete solution, not just a single product. Now, if you continue to set up your store up like this for multiple different products, you're able to test faster and generate results quicker than ever before. You see, traditional dropshippers, they test one product at a time in one niche, just hoping that it works. But with micro niche dropshipping, you test a bunch of different products in different niches all at once. So you find what works faster with way less guesswork. Now that you have your store complete, you're one step closer to unlocking true freedom. But if you ever felt stuck, working a job that you hate just to survive, too tired to build a business you actually want, let me be the first one to say that you're not alone. You hustle with what little time and money that you got. That's why I created the Auto Ecom $100,000 challenge. So you finally have a shot. This isn't a handout. It's funding, mentorship, and a proven system to help you build something real in 90 days or less. So if you're serious about taking control of your income and your time, and you want the chance of winning $100,000, then click the link in my description to learn more. Now I need you to understand, this isn't a magic button that prints money while you sleep, at least not in the beginning, as you still need to take action, you still need to test products, create content, and put in daily effort. But the biggest difference is that AI eliminates 90% of the technical barriers that stop most people from starting or succeeding at all. Instead of spending weeks creating ads, you focus on testing what actually converts. It's not about working less. It's about working smarter on the things that genuinely move the needle. Most people fail at dropshipping because they get overwhelmed trying to do everything manually. AI micro niche dropshipping removes that overwhelm and lets you focus on the fundamentals, finding good products, and getting them in front of the right people. AI micro niche dropshipping is the new way to build online businesses in 2025. And while everyone else is stuck doing things the hard way, you now have the tools to build faster, test smarter, and scale bigger than ever before. The question isn't whether this works. The results speak for itself. The real question is whether you're going to take action on it. So if you're serious about getting started fast, I highly recommend watching the video on my top 10 winning products to sell this fall. All of these are proven winning products that you could get started with immediately, so you can fast track your success. And I give you the links to the competitors' ad, their product page, the store, everything that you need to get started right the right way. With that being said, I'll see you in this next video. This is AC with Supreme Ecom, and I'm out.